I don't know what I'm doing. Probably not true. Probably not. But in my head, it makes sense. Hey guys, thank you so much for coming to my channel. This is your girl Dom, aka Seriniti Within, and if you are new, thank you so much for coming. So we're about to do some freestyling in this video. I had no idea what I was going to do, but I'm gonna shut up talking so we can just jump right into this video. Okay guys, so I'm trying to figure out, okay, so I have a little disclaimer. I literally have no idea what I want to do with my makeup today. I am so clueless. I don't know if I want to do a dark look or if I want to do like a light look, or I don't know what I want to do. I don't want to do green because I feel like that's one of my dark go-tos, and I don't want to do orange because that's one of my bright go-tos, and I don't want to do the brown because that's just my main go-to. So I'm just so stuck in between what shade I want to work on today. Like, it sucks. Like, I really want to focus on like highlight and contour. I do, but it's so difficult, and I really want to stick with the Loreal palette, but I'm not quite sure what I want to do. I don't know if I want to do a little something at the bottom. I don't know. And I just did a makeup video, so if you see like mascara and stuff still in my eye, forgive me, I just have to do my other video. But I'm contemplating, so I'm contemplating, should I do like a lipstick as an eyeshadow? I did that plenty of times before. Or should I use a blush? Because I am in the mood for a pink. I really feel like I'm about to just freestyle. And I haven't done a freestyle makeup, like a true freestyle. Sometimes, like, there's two definitions of freestyle makeup that I do, okay? So my first definition of freestyle makeup is I have an idea of what I want, but in the process of me doing it, I am going to create something completely different of what I wanted. That's my freestyle. My second sort of freestyle is actually just picking up a brush and choosing the color and creating. Like, I don't know what else to do right now. I have no idea what to do, but I think I'm just going to pick up a brush and create today. So let's see how creative I can be with having zero of an idea of what I want to do, with the exception of having a pink lip. That's the only thing I know I want to work with today for my lippies, is just having a pink lip. So let's just get to, because I have no idea what I want to do, the best bet is to always go in with my eyes first, because just in case in the process of me freestyling, thank you Lord, I may not like how it may come out. And who feel like being stuck with the eyeshadow that you don't like because you have your foundation and concealer and contour, all of that work you just put in? Like, who's doing that? No. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do this first. So the first thing I'm trying to say, do I want to do the, yes I do. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of some primer, just so that I feel like that part of my face have it. I don't need a lot, and I'm not going to like pat it in. I'm just gonna rub it in on this area. I'm not gonna do a heavy coating with it because we're gonna have like the foundation, eyeshadow, or whatever the case may be. I just feel like I just need it on that particular part of my eye before anything else. Like, it makes me feel good about myself. If I miss that step, I'm gonna be like, something ain't right. I'm automatically going to think that way. Where's my foundation? So I'm automatically, what is, okay, today's that day. Today's that day. That's just justification of it. Today's that day. I am automatically going to, I don't even know what I was talking about. Anyway, we're gonna go in with the Loreal Cosmetics. Today's that day. So we're gonna go in with the Loreal. Slow down. So we're gonna go in with the Loreal Cosmetics foundation. It's the shade number 5. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand. I'm getting back into the process of warming my foundation, only because once like the weather changes, sometimes I like to make sure my skin warms up my foundation, because the cooler my skin, the longer it takes for it to warm up. Probably not true. Probably not. But in my head, it makes sense. But to me, I just feel like having that extra warmth before I actually apply my foundation is is my everything. I have it right here warming up on my hand, so I'm just gonna blend it in very lightly, and that's going to be our process today, is blending and product warming. That's going to be our process today, which is warming our product before actually blending it onto our face. So I'm going to avoid my under eye because I'm still not quite sure what I'm going to do just yet, but I'm going to focus just right here in this area just to make sure I have my foundation in this area. Guys, I don't know what's going on. Like, I am literally over here getting tongue twisted. It's ridiculous, and it looks like my skin tone is coming back to life because this one is like an absolute match. Like, look at that. It's like an absolute match. Like, my skin tone is coming back. I don't know what happened with the Puerto Rico. I loved it all, but it really did a number to my skin. So now I'm going to use the Loreal Beauty Blender to just blend that out just a little bit. And I have this palette right here. I think I'm gonna play with it. I had this palette for just one time. I never even ordered another one. And I'm not gonna order another one. And it's like, it's no point for me to get there because I'm not gonna get it again. So it is what it is. But I'm really not going anywhere. Okay, I am so tongue twisted, guys. I don't know what's going on. I feel like there's sort of energy that just sparked in me out of nowhere, and I can't control my tongue from I can't control my words trying to beat my tongue. I don't know why that's going on with me right now. So I'm going to use the Loreal Cosmetics setting powder, and I just want to set this up just a little bit. As you can see, I'm just patting it on. So I'm not trying to do like a hard set because I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Just want to blend that in here just to give it some wiggle room. And then I'm gonna go in with the Loreal Cosmetics Eyebrow Pencil. I believe this one is in dark brown or dark coffee. I believe it is. I'll have everything listed below in the description. I just want to brush this setting powder into my brows because this is going to help take away some of that oily look in my eyebrows. And I'm not going to talk when I'm doing my eyebrows. I found that to be one of the most difficult tasks to do when I'm doing my makeup, but you're going to see what I'm going to do. So basically what I like to do first is get my shape. I don't go crazy with my eyebrows anymore. I used to, but now it's whatever. And that's the best we're gonna get right about now. And I told you I ain't killing myself. And because of that setting powder, it's making it harder for the color of the pencil to really shine through. And then I just want to go here, and I just want to apply a majority of the product on the tail of my eyebrow. And then I'm just going to use the remaining product with light strokes towards the front, which will help create the shape. Alright, so now we got the eyebrows done as much as they're going to be done, and I still have not figured out my eyeshadow yet, but we just want to keep going. Like, this is not, and I'm not kidding you, I'm not one of them just saying like I haven't figured it out but I have a whole thing planned. Like, I legit have nothing planned. I have no idea what's gonna happen, but I'm not afraid of this because this happened so many times before in my life where I had no idea what I wanted to do, and eventually I just started playing with colors and then something came up about, I don't know. But we're gonna go in with the Loreal Cosmetics Concealer, and this is in shade 5, and I just wanna use this as an eye primer just to get the base color, but I'm not gonna do too much because I'm not sure if I'm going light or dark. I legit have no idea what I want to do with my eyes, and it's baffling me because I normally have some sort of idea by now, but the idea would be my go-to, my everyday routine, that nice brown. And I think because of the Loreal palette, they're more of like neutral shades, so I think that's also like throwing me off because I really feel colorful. but I ain't really colorful. But I love the Loreal palette because it's the everyday girl palette, and I'm going with some setting powder just to set that so it's not so liquidy when I'm putting the eyeshadow I'm putting. And it's like, do I create a base color? Like I said, because the Loreal palette is such the neutral girl. Like it's so for the neutral girl. It's so neutral girl vibe. So it's like with a little splash of I don't think I've ever done sky blue. I've never done sky blue before. I've never done it. And this is the blue shade here. So I've never done this one. I don't even know how to play with blue. Oh my gosh. Am I in a mood to experiment right now? Or like what shades go? Do I still put? Oh no. What color is this shade? Let me see. That's a nice brown, but that's gonna look like my skin tone. Yeah, it's looking straight like skin. Yeah, give me a second. Let me think this through. Hold. I think I got an idea. I've never done this before. I don't know if I could pull this one. I've never done this before. I don't even know where to start. Let me think this through. Hold up. I don't know what I'm doing. But so I really want to start off with this brush here. I feel like this brush is going to give me a lot of wiggle room for mistakes. See, I really think this brush is going to give me wiggle room because it's like this type of brush, but in the smaller brushes. So, all right guys, I don't know what I'm doing, but we're gonna have some fun. So the first thing I want to do is create a light base because I just need some like wiggle room to play with real quick to see what we're doing. And I just need to I don't know, I'm just trying to see. And it's gonna come off really light. I don't want for it to be really dark, just really, really light. That's what I'm going for. And whatever I do to one eye, I'm gonna do to the other. I don't know if I'm gonna remember my steps. This is super weird. I legit have no idea how this is gonna turn out. But I'm gonna bring it up just a little bit more. And then I just wanna blend that out. The little blender brush, get them edges out to get nice and smooth and seamless. Oh my goodness, I have no idea what I'm doing right now. So now that I have this yellowish color that I just put on my lid, I'm going to go in with this blue shade right here. And I'm gonna mix those two colors together so they can create a color. I don't wanna mess this up. I'm scared. So I just wanna create something here. My goal isn't to make this extremely dark right here. So I'm just focusing on the edges to look really seamless. And then now I want to go in, see now I'm getting creative, okay? So this is when I talk about like that little creative spurt will just pop in from time to time. All I gotta do is pick up a brush. Once I pick up my brush, it's game on from there. It's like once I pick up the brush and I play with the shades a little bit just to see what we're working with, then it's like, girl, bye, you got this. So now I'm not gonna go too strong with this shade, but I'm playing with it. Freestyling, there's no wrong or right until there's a wrong, okay? So we're gonna go in with this shade here. And this is like I call this denim because it gives me like denim vibes. Let me show you. Do you see that? Ain't that pretty? It's so pretty. So we're just gonna put that and we wanna dust it off, okay? I just wanna put that here. And bring it outward, not just leave it here. You see we're doing a little something, right? And this right here is just to give me some movement on my eyes. And then we're gonna go in with that same brush and start to blend that out because we don't want for it to be too hard. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on this eye and we're back. So this one don't look quite as good as this one does, but we're still gonna make it work. So now I have to go a little bit darker on this one because this one is just a tad bit darker Now, had I known I was gonna go in with this color, I should have went in with a more brighter or whiter primer, but it's okay. We're gonna make it work. Like I said, it's gotta go a little bit darker only because of this eye over here. Now my goal is not to make it really dark. So now that we have that going on, it's like I just don't want to get it wrong because I feel like the color is not ready for the lid just yet. So I'm going to put a little bit more concealer onto my lid, just a dot, and I'm just gonna place it right here. It's not like a cut crease, but it's somewhat like one. And this is just to make this blue be brighter than my transitional colors. So we're not going to put any setting powder on this because we don't want to calm the shadow, but instead we want for the eyeshadow and the concealer to make love with each other. I know my terminology is like, girl, what are you talking about? But you understand what I'm talking about. This is the brush that we're gonna go with. It's an eyeshadow brush, but I like it because it's not stiff. Having a stiff brush like this, I feel like it won't give me enough coverage. You know what I'm saying? But with this one here, because it's really, because it's like a fluffier, and it's not so flat. So now we're gonna go in with that same color that we did for our lids. We're gonna go in with that blue, and we're just gonna drop that right onto our lid because I want for this blue to pop out. And then let's do the next eye. Just to get like this creasing, I just want to blend out that blue edge right there. And you see, I'm not going back and forth. I'm just pulling the color outward. That's all I'm doing. I'm thinking about doing this color here. Oh, okay, maybe we can play with that. Maybe we can play with that. So I actually need to use that same brush that have all the color on it already. Okay, so this is what we're working with. Okay, and I like it. I really feel like we need to bring color back into makeup. So the next shade that I'm going to go in with, and it's like a purplish sort of hint of blue. So that's going to come in our favor because of the blue. It's going to give us like it's a little bit purple. It's not really doing justice on this camera. I'm going light strokes just to create the illusion of what I'm going for first. I'm truly sorry that I'm about to use this palette and show you guys how beautiful this palette is, but I needed to complete this look. This is the Loreal palette, and I want to use this shade here. And look how pretty that is. Ain't that pretty? I might have to come out with this. We're gonna just plop it right on. Okay, I may have to come out with this palette again. And I'm gonna go up just a little bit so it could give me that, like it's on top of my whole lid type of thing, but I'm not focused going up there. Then I want to get my brush I've been using this whole time, just swipe some more up. I'm going to use my Loreal eyelashes. So I'm gonna cut some of this, but you see how it gives up that wispy wing light look? So I'm going to cut some of that off. I don't want for my lashes to overtake the eyeshadow. Now, I'm not crazy about this highlighter that I used right here. We're not gonna perfect it until after I finish using like my concealer, my contour, all of that stuff. Then I'll go back to perfect that. Next, I'm going to go in with this eyeliner to do the wing. The wing is not my strong point. I'm gonna put the mascara and look down so you can actually see what you're doing. So now what I want to do is just take the fallout off of my face so we can start the rest of our process. We're gonna go back into our primer and we're gonna prime our face. And yeah, I'm gonna go right back over wherever I put the foundation because it does not matter. I'm just gonna pat it in. Y'all already know how I feel about my patting motion. When eyeshadow can look good on you without the foundation, it's like it's going to pop once I put this foundation on. So I'm super psyched to see how this is about to look with this foundation. Make sure you get under those eyes and you just want to press it in. I never did a sky blue. The most blue I've done was like dark navy blue, but I have never did a shimmery blue. Oh my goodness. And it's super pretty. I just feel like I'm going to prom. So I'm just gonna let that dry and then we'll be back. Okay, so we're going to go in with the Loreal foundation, the number 5. And once again, we're gonna put it on the back of my hand. And then I'm gonna go in with this brush to apply it once it's warm. And now that it's warm, I'm just going to tap up these areas here. And I should have did a color correct. It's okay. I was just thinking about it just now. I should have did a color correct, but it's okay. Now we want to get my beauty blender and we are going to blend this right in. Putting anything else on, I'm going to let this just sit and dry up just a little bit. Yeah, I'm just gonna let that dry just a little bit and then we'll be back. So next we're gonna go in with the number 9 concealer by Loreal Cosmetics. So I want for it to warm up on the back of my hand as well. So I just put some on the back of my hand and I wanna go in with this contour brush and we are going to just tap some and then apply it. So when you do it like this, it's allowing for more product control and it's actually warming up to your face where you're not adding too much product, but you're just going to be able to apply just the right amount without overusing product. If you want to see a seamless airbrushed look, this is a way to go. Now, do I care that much to do it like this? No, I don't, but sometimes I have the time for it and sometimes I'll take it right out of the container and keep it going. But I feel like you lose product doing it like this as well because the product is really going to stay on your hand, the majority of it. It's more so your preference. And I'm bringing it towards my face. So you see how it's looking like skin. I know these lights might be throwing it off a little bit, but you see how it looks when you just blend it in and let it warm up on your hand. It comes onto your face a lot warmer than you actually just plotting it onto your face. So now your face has some color and some definition. So we're gonna do the same thing for my nose, and I warmed it up first. I'm just gonna go with a smaller brush to give more precision. I'm gonna bring that into my eyebrows as well. And I bring that here. Now, I'm not afraid to put too much contour because that's when my concealer is gonna come in handy. Boom. Now I just wanna go in with my beauty blender, just to blend that out. So now we're gonna go in with my concealer, and this is shade number 7, Loreal. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with this little slightly angled brush and just wanna tap it in a little bit and bring it under. This is my first time doing it like this. It's like it's blending it in as I am applying it, and it's not giving it a chance to really just blend in into my face. But it's not bad also. It's not horrible. It's just immediately blended. I'm gonna let that sit. I'm gonna do something different with the other concealer. This is the number 5. I'm gonna let this one here sit just a little bit longer. I'm gonna just let this sit for a second and then we'll be back. Okay, so we're gonna go in with our setting spray and I'm gonna cover my eyes. I don't want for that to get hit. And blend that on in. And I didn't want for it to sit for too long because this is the lighter concealer and the other concealer was already somewhat blended in. And this is reasons why I did not do my under eye just yet. I'm not that skilled just yet. I'm too messy. And this is why I said we would go back over and do that again because it was gonna mess up. And what I love about this concealer is the longer you let this sit, it's going to stay in place. Like you're gonna have to forcefully move the concealer to your liking. Now I'm gonna go in with my setting powders. This is my contour and my concealer. We're gonna go in with my contour first, actually. I did the contour already and I'm going in my little power puff. And I'm just gonna pat that down on my hand first to take away some of the powder and to give me a little bit more control. And we're going to Now I'm gonna go a little heavier under here because now we gotta do our under eyes as well. So we're gonna use that flat brush, and I'm going in with that same blue that's on my lid. And then I just wanna put it here. And I'm tapping it in first. And I'm gonna get at the other brush and just blend the edges out because I don't want for the blue to go so far down. I for it to create like a little line, a little shine. Then I want to go in with the purple shimmery color, and I'm gonna mix that purple shimmery color with the blue. And we're just gonna keep this on this side of the eye. We're coming together. So now I just wanna go in with my little pencil. You already know my eyes gotta be real seductive. I am gonna go in with this shimmery green, shimmery bluish color, and I'm just gonna put that here. And the mascara and this eyeliner is gonna, I think it all just piggybacks off of each other, and doing this helps take off some of that shimmer that may fall onto the eyes. Now let's take this powder off. Black Radiance. So I'm going in with the Sculpt first, and of course to help bring some color back to this face. And a little goes a long way. You don't need a lot now. Can you believe it? All of this freestyle, and this is what I came up with. Now we're gonna go in with the contour, same brush. Soften this up and make it a little bit more defined. I'm not gonna let that sit on long because I don't want a skinny nose now. So I'm going in with my finishing powder by Maybelline Fit Me. This is in 355. Now I want to go in with some setting spray, cover your eyes. Then I'm gonna get my Radiance palette. I already know my 3 favorite blushes. I always start up here first. And I don't want to put too much because I do have this blue on my face. I'm not trying to have too much color onto my face. And I just want to calm that down some with the brush. Now I want to go in this highlighter, squeeze. And on top of that lip also. I never really understood what that was for, but until I actually started doing a little bit more, then I'm like, ooh, I actually do like it. Now it's time for our lips, and we're gonna go in, I think this one is Blaze or Street Smarts. I gotta look it up. Ooh, it's a nice subtle look. I like it. All right, guys, so this is the finished look. I love everything about this look, okay? I'm not a sky blue girl wearer, but come on. I love how this makeup turns out. I am really considering to create a glittery palette because I never used glitter before. I was never huge on glitter. Do you see? I feel like I could go to like somebody's prom right now. I love everything about this makeup, and just to come in here and freestyle, I have not freestyle makeup in, I really don't remember. Like freestyle or creative makeup, it's been a very long time. But to do a shade I've never done before, like I've never done sky blue ever in my life. I've done other shades of blue, but sky blue, never. And I love how it bounced off with each other. I even love how the lipstick come off with each other. Guys, listen, I just love how this whole look turned out. So thank you so much for allowing me to entertain you as well as educate you. I do hope that in some sort of way it helps somebody, spark some curiosity into makeup. I really hope it did. And I feel like we just need to bring color back into makeup. Like, let's come back to the color. I think we all went to the natural look for a very long time. It's nothing wrong with being natural, but I feel like when are we gonna get creative again when it comes down to makeup? Like, so this is your hint, your sign, your clue to get creative when it comes down to makeup. There are some steps that I don't normally do that I will incorporate in moving forward in my routines whenever I feel like being a little jazzy, you know what I'm saying? But I can't help but squint my eyes. It's giving me eye squinting moments. I can't. Okay, anyway, I'm stop. Thank you for coming back to my channel, guys. I appreciate you so much for all the love and support that you guys are always giving me. And guys, see you in my next video. Here that there are some steps I've done. Okay guys, we was doing good. Let me see if the hair flip won't work. Hold on, wait.